Hey there, all my top prop people. Welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight and another splendid Prop Table Tuesday. I'm Mark Bonanni, and first, let me apologize for there being no Prop Table Tuesday last week. I was really deep into the editing of my latest Broadway breakdown and wanted to give that all of my energy and attention. I'm pretty proud of that video. If you haven't checked it out, go watch it after this. It's a look into a flop Candor and Ebb show from 1971 called 70 Girls 70, which one of my best friends, Ryan James D, described as a cross between Cocoon and Ocean's 11, which I thought was a perfect description. It's a fun, sweet little show. I think you'll love it. Go check it out. And going forward, I'm considering making Prop Table Tuesdays an every other week thing to devote more time to other videos. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. I definitely want to hear your opinions on that. Enough business though, let's dive into this week's props.
Let's do it!
The other day, I was a guest on an offshoot of the podcast, The Original Cast with Patrick Flynn, which I had a great time recording, and we discussed the film version of Hello Dolly, a favorite of mine. Not a favorite of Patrick Flynn's, but you'll have to listen to that podcast for more details on that. Now, I have shared before my one and only piece of the set from the film version of Hello Dolly in a past Prop Table Tuesday. But I've had Dolly on the brain recently, so I thought I'd share today a couple of fun pieces from the recent Broadway revival of the classic musical. Hello Dolly, of course, is one of the tentpole musicals in the American musical theater canon. With a book by Michael Stewart and a show-stopping score by Jerry Herman, Hello Dolly tells the story of matchmaker and manipulator extraordinaire Dolly Gallagher Levi and the tightly controlled chaos she brings to the residents of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly Levi, you are a damned exasperating woman.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, that is the nicest thing you have ever said to me.
There have been several incredible women to take on the iconic role of Dolly Levi. Carol Channing, the OG of course, Ethel Merman, Mary Martin, Phyllis Diller, Pearl Bailey, Barbra Streisand in the film, and in the 2017 revival, we were lucky enough here in New York to have Bette Midler, Donna Murphy, and Bernadette Peters, with Betty Buckley taking the show on the road.
There's so many incredible women.
The first prop I have is a signature prop for the character of Dolly, one of her infamous business cards. So here, no, are you gonna be able to see it? There we go, if I get a little closer. This is actually a protector for, what are those called? Baseball cards. Sports. But I have my business card in here. So you can see it says Dolly Levi with some, period appropriate print. And on the back, there's nothing. It's blank. Of course, when she hands them out to the various residents of New York and Yonkers and to 33-year-old chief clerks who need to learn how to dance and so on and so forth, they each read something different on the back, but it would be too confusing and too impossible to choreograph which card to give to which person, obviously, so they're all blank on the back. And this one in particular was used by Bette Midler. And the person I got this from told me that it was from Bette Midler, and how they knew it was Bette Midler is that it's hard to see now. I won't even try to show you on the camera, but it's bent a little at the top. And I guess what Bette would do before her entrance is take her first few business cards and sort of wrinkle them a little bit at the tops to make it easier to hand them out individually to people. So that's how I know it was Bette Midler's prop. And what a fun, like I said, signature Dolly prop. I mean, the business cards is a great, funny bit within the show. The other Hello Dolly prop I have to share with you guys today is from one of my favorite little scenes in the show. So towards the end of the madness at the Harmonia Gardens, when everyone is being trotted off to the jailhouse, or not the jailhouse, I guess, the courthouse, Dolly is still sitting at her table from the Harmonia Gardens, and the whole show basically stops to let her finish eating so the show can continue. And it's this long, silent scene of Dolly eating chicken and these potato puff things and drinking wine, and it seemingly never ends, and it's hysterical. I have vivid memories as a kid seeing Carol Channing on tour do that bit with the potato puffs, and they executed it so well in the revival as well. So when I had the chance to get one of Dolly's wine glasses from that scene, I had to take it. So here is Dolly's wine glass. You know, it's plastic, of course, not glass, which for obvious reasons. You can see some sort of decorative artwork. It's, you know, it's not too fancy, and I don't really care that it's not. I mean, this is used in one of the most iconic scenes, to me at least, one of my favorites. And what a perfect little prop. So these two together, whoops, it's coming out of its little frame here. Well, I'll take it out. So these two props together, to me, are just a perfect little encapsulation of not only the character of Dolly, but the show itself. Were any of you lucky enough to see any of the 3 women in the recent Broadway revival or Betty Buckley on tour? I was lucky enough to see all 3 women on Broadway, but I would have loved to have seen Betty Buckley on tour. As always, if you like this video, give this video a like. It really helps me out. It shows me that you guys like this content and helps with that YouTube algorithm. Of course, follow me on the socials at Ghostlight on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure and check out my Patreon page where there's different levels. There's some bloopers from the recent Broadway breakdowns up there. I'm working on the 70 Girls 70 bloopers today. Plus, you'll find out how to get your name in each and every video, just like my sexy producer patrons on that level. Thank you to all my patrons of all levels. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you're subscribed, all that hoopla. But most of all, thank you so much for being with me here today.
You guys are the best.
Until next Tuesday, this is Broadway Ghostlight. I'm Mark Bonanni. I'll see y'all next time.